Well, what's up, lords and ladies of Westeros? We have made it to the day that House of the Dragon is set to premiere on HBO Max, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be 8 p.m. Central for me. So we are about, 5 hours away as I'm kind of recording this pre release video. So, what I wanted to do before House of the Dragon comes out, I just wanted to quickly share kind of how I'm going to be covering House of the Dragon, and then just some general things that I've been hearing from the media, the news, the outlets that have had the opportunity to see the first episode of House of the Dragon so far. And maybe I'll share a prediction. I'll share a prediction at the very end of this episode. Let's say that. Maybe big, maybe not. I'll just tease it. I'll just leave it there. Okay, so first things first. On this channel, this YouTube channel, be sure, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I am going to try to always kind of have like a 5-minute spoiler review release on Monday, the day after the newest and latest House of the Dragon episode drops. So that means Monday, the 22nd of August, will be the first one of those. It'll probably be released sometime toward the later hours of the day, just after I get home from work, things like that. Gives me really, like, I would say about 20 hours to kind of reflect on the episode, because I'll definitely be watching them as soon as they drop, but it gives me some time to reflect and calculate and formulate my overall spoiler thoughts and things like that. So yeah, be sure, again, hit subscribe if you want more House of the Dragon coverage from me, just having some fun. And by the way, just to give this heads up, I'm not someone that's read the novels. I'm just taking this show as it comes at me. So I'll be sharing spoiler thoughts with thoughts of me not knowing what happens in the novels, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, again, hit that subscribe button. Okay, every Monday, spoiler reviews coming out at some point with each episode. Okay, so now, some things that I've been hearing. So first of all, obviously the big review numbers that people always tend to see first is because, as soon as I type in House of the Dragon on Google search here, you see that at IMDb it is currently sitting at an 8 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, the critic score is currently an 85%, and Google users, it currently says 82% liked this TV show from Google users that have taken the time to hit the like button or the dislike button. So, out of those three things, because those are the first three things that any casual viewer is going to see when they type in House of the Dragon into their Google search, that sounds good to me. I'm not looking for perfect A+ numbers here. We're only one episode in, and at least in my opinion, the first episode of Game of Thrones was great, but it definitely wasn't when Game of Thrones was best. So seeing 85%, 8 out of 10, 82% for just one episode sounds pretty good to me, because in my consideration, it's probably going to get even better from there. So that sounds fantastic. Okay, now for some just media outlets, titles of their web pages and articles. I'm not going to dive into every single one of them, but just some things to see, and that way are being said out there. From CNN, it says House of the Dragon plays a less addictive game for an earlier throne, so maybe a little shade thrown there with that title. The New Yorker, the House of the Dragon premiere recap, a bad air day. So playing with that word air, but I have a feeling that has something to do with the wigs, the Targaryen wigs. That doesn't bother me. If that's going to be your title for a review, I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Let's see. Well, this is pretty interesting. I haven't had the opportunity to read into this, but from Yahoo Finance, it says HBO Max's House of the Dragon is already besting Amazon's The Rings of Power. I have been seeing numbers recently as far as interest levels. I don't know how they read that, how they measure that, but House of the Dragon is way up there substantially compared to Rings of Power, but I'm rooting for both shows, quite honestly, and I can't wait to see Rings of Power as well. But yeah, House of the Dragon, currently statistics back it up that people are very, very, very excited about this. Okay, the New York Times, House of the Dragon review, domesticating Game of Thrones. I would have a feeling that in there somewhere kind of hints at Game of Thrones is probably better. But again, we're just one episode in. We're just one episode in. And let's see IGN House of the Dragon series premiere review. Let's see if I click this link, because they usually give you like a number and like a little synopsis at the very end. So, okay, here it goes. The verdict: House of the Dragon's premiere marks a strong, well-cast start to the Game of Thrones spinoff. This feels very close to its predecessor in tone and content, but immediately establishes a struggle for power around an amiable, weak-willed king and vivid new characters to fight those battles. We also have dragons, inbreeding, and resentment. It's good to be back in backstabbing Westeros. That sounds fantastic to me. And their number out of 10 is 8 out of 10, and it says it's great. House of the Dragon makes it feel like Game of Thrones is back, now with extra dragons, and that's a very, very good thing. So we're just hearing this 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. It's just like a B score so far, it seems like. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. And then from The Guardian, it's got a 4-star out of 5-star review, which that sounds, again, pretty solid to me. It seems like people are hesitant. Maybe they're just hesitant to say, hey, this is great, because so many people have heated opinions on the final season of Game of Thrones, because it's very rare to see everybody kind of at the same 80% or 4 out of 5 mark. But yeah, we'll see. House of the Dragon first look review: this epic Game of Thrones prequel is a roaring success. That was the headliner from The Guardian, who gave a 4 out of 5 for their review. And I had one more that I wanted to read from TV Line. The title of their review article says, HBO's Game of Thrones prequel flies high, but does take a while to catch fire. And again, we're one episode in, baby. Let's just give this some time. Let's ride on those dragons. Let's keep on climbing up. I'm good with it. You know, we want to start at that 8% number. That's great. But by the time the 10th episode of this season shows up, we're going to be soaring high at a 10 out of 10, baby. Let's go. Let's go. And if you want some more of me sharing my opinions and thoughts of House of the Dragon, again, this is your place. Hit that subscribe button. I'll be dropping a 5-minute spoiler review each and every single Monday, the day after that the new episode comes out. And until then, hey, I hope we enjoy it. Enjoy. Do whatever you do to take in your Thrones action. And I'll see you on the other video. Peace. I'm back. I forgot that I didn't give my pre-release prediction, and I know some of you are going to hit the dislike button potentially after this, because I don't really have massive predictions. Like I said, I'm going into this thing pretty open-minded without reading the novels or having any prior knowledge. So here's my prediction, and I'm going to stick to it, and then I'm going to take anything else that comes at me. Prediction is, we're going to see a bunch of fire, and we're going to see a bunch of blood. That was cheesy, and you're probably disappointed in me, but I'm so sorry. That's all I've got right now. But I'll share some more thoughts after I actually see the first episode, probably on my spoiler review or whatever, whenever, coming soon. And after I see some content from this series, I'll give you some more. But yeah, there's my prediction. We're going to see fire and blood tonight. Let's go.